Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
There you go. 50, 50. Got one, I got one. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. There you go, 154, 126.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. And you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their own.
Ball being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up much run after catch.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football. Now Trubisky on first down. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Got his Trubisky.
I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big, make the tackle right away.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
65.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got it past the 30 before it's down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Shaq Lawson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Matthew Ioannidis racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Going to 53. Slam. Showing up.
Prescott now. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. No score after one on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Quickly into the hands of Patterson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They go with Chubb on second down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And Woods has it complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer. 54's Mike, 54's 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Giovanni Bernard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go, get out there.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. They'll find Everett there, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last catch took them 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And take it right at the 35. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
the 29-yard line.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 46 yards out will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run it again with Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Check 53, right. Here we go, again.
On third down, Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
First down, Tennessee.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Orbit.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on first down, Trubisky, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Titans first down.
Lock in.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Carson. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Prescott on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Buying time to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Murphy now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The throw complete here to Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking. We're going to 54. Why here?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A run for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
18. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. Chubb. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And a pass complete to Enunwa. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Kill. Switch it, hey. 54 money. Silver.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second down now, it's Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.